What's up, bro?
What's
How you
up?
doing today?
Chilling, bro.
All right, man. So, back for another interview. One man, RJ,
Hey,
the living legend.
not a legend yet, bro.
Not yet?
Not yet.
All right, well, let people know, who are you?
My name is RJ Lewis. Actually, my name is Ralph Lewis. Everyone calls me RJ. And I got that name ever since I came out of high school. Everyone calling me RJ. Some know me by Ralphie. I'm a health and fitness director, and I also just believe in giving back to the community. And that's what I've been doing lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get into fitness?
Fitness actually started in a weird way. I was, it was just an outlet for me. I see it as, and something that I seen people like, as in girls actually. I seen girls like it. They liked the tough guy, and I was a little scrawny. I was pretty small when I was in high school, so
They like the cuts.
they like the cuts, they like the muscles, and I got into that. But it was actually just the gateway away from life. That was it.
What was it? What did you? Why did you need a gateway? Like, what was going on in your life to make you feel like you needed to go work out to? I mean, I guess you were relieving stress. What were you stressed out about?
I got kicked out like early on, and when I got kicked out,
Kicked out of your
house. I got
your
kicked
mom's
out-
house.
I got kicked out of my mom's house.
Okay.
Early on, and that's something that happened like a couple times before, but that last time was like the final time.
How old were you?
I was just turning actually I was 17, and I was turning 18 in a month.
And why did she?
I still don't know till today. I just let that question forgive and let it forget. I think that's the only thing I've ever forgiven and forgotten at the same time.
So what did you do when you got kicked out?
First thing I did, I went to my boy Mike's house. Everyone calls him Clindo. He gave me some slides, some sandals, and I put those on my feet because I got kicked out with nothing on my feet. And then after that, I went to Adrian's house because I got kicked out a couple times before that, and I got some money over there. And actually, I went to one of my boys' house, well, who was supposed to be my boy, and I told him I needed somewhere to stay, but he had a girl inside the house at the time, so he told me it wasn't the right timing for him to let me in, which kind of created a dark cloud over my head. I ended up sleeping at an abandoned house in the front of my neighborhood for about 5 days, and then after that, going on to a park for about a month and 14 days.
Wow. And what were your thoughts like in the process of like you sleeping at a bando and just trying to remain positive through this? What was going through your head at that time?
I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't always positive thoughts like I have now. Like, that wasn't the first thing to think to my head. When I first got kicked out, the first thing I was thinking, like, I was pretty cool in school, so somebody gonna come through and like help me up, That didn't happen. And then I made myself a promise that in a month and 15 days, if nothing shaked for me, that I was gonna join the military. I actually slept at a park on 57th in Lake Worth. It's called Rambo Park, and that was the park I slept at. I got rained on a total of 7 times, so after getting rained on probably like 2 or 3 times, that really took out all positivity that I had in my sight. Until everybody, knows, I give one of my friends good credit for it. His name is Manny. He came in and he hit me up and he said he got a place for me to stay on a month and 14 days. Granted, none of my friends really knew that. I don't think a lot of them knew that I was going through some things, but I still look back at it. I got some Facebook posters of like me asking for people like place to stay and stuff, and no one really came through.
So in all of this, when did you find fitness? Like,
I always had a membership at 24. So like throughout the month and 14 days when I was there, that was like my travels. I ran track in high school, so I would run there. I'd run down Lake Worth. I would take Congress down and go to the gym, and that's where I would shower and stuff like that. So I was showering at the gym and I was working out at the gym, and it was okay. Back then, I'm pretty sure some people would talk about it and be like, "Oh, he has some BO or something like that." But that's because like I spent most of my day in the gym if I wasn't in school. And then I took a shower there. There's free soap there and everything. The water's not always the warmest, but I made it work, you know.
I got you. So who influenced you to find that as your gateway? Any influences at all?
I got
Whether it's people, whether it's things.
After a while, I was at I went into all your boys would tell you, like I went into this apartment called 160. So I stayed at 160. What we was notorious for was drinking. Like that's all we did. We really just drank and drank and drank. And the gym wasn't used as like fitness at first. What it was used for is just that like we started spending a lot of money on drinking, and then they were asking me to chip in, and I was broke. So what I would do is like, while they were trying to see how much shots it takes for them to get drunk, I would go to the sauna and dehydrate and try to get drunk off like 2 or 3 shots. So I wouldn't have to. I was saving liquor, yeah. And then they really never really caught on to that, but I didn't drink water coming out of the sauna or nothing like that. So that was like my thing.
That boy was Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah. I was trying to save
This industry.
I was trying to save as much as I can. And it did cost to save for a little bit, you know, like, and then we was partying hard around that time. We was going to like local clubs, Roombas, like.
This is all after the month.
Yeah, because when Manny hit me up, then I stayed in Congress Park for a while, and then my homeboy Ant and Rudy hit me up. You guys know Ant and Rudy. They hit me up and they told me they felt for me, and then they hooked me up with the price on like staying at the apartment. So like, they really looked out for me and gave me a room up there. Somebody had moved out, and I took over somebody's room. So, and that was it from there, you know. But then I started going to the gym. What influenced me one time to do it, like to get big actually, was I got yelled at by like a girl I considered like my sister. She said all I do is go out and drink and stuff like that, and I'm asking for my life to get better. So I tried to quit. It wasn't easy trying to quit because you're around that. I mean, but I pushed it and I pushed it, and I remember having a conversation on the stairs one night, and then I just came from the gym, and they're like, "Oh, you a little guy, so it's gonna be hard for you to get big." So that really pushed me to get somewhere.
Okay, so how is your life different now than it was then?
I'm happy that I went through all that, like everything. There's not a part of the process that I regret. I wouldn't even ask for it to be different, to tell you the truth. I wish I learned some things faster, but I don't regret the process of learning anything that I learned. Like, the process is like, that was my way to learning it. I didn't have no way of learning it. Besides that, I was raised without a dad, so ain't no another man was there to really tell me, like, this how you do things, or this how you save, this how you push it. Granted, my uncle was around a little bit, but he wasn't in close distance enough for me to be saved by him. So, but now I get to help other people with the things that I've been through, and not just have sympathy. Because sympathy is just saying like, oh, I feel sorry for you. But I have a lot of empathy for things that people tell me. So I know what it feels like. So even if somebody in the beginning pushes me away because they ain't really trying to hear what I'm saying, I was there before. I wasn't trying to hear what some people were saying either. I was just like, you know, screw that, or whatever it may be. And I know it's a tough process. It's not something that happened in 1 year that my whole life got together. It changed over years. And during the process, it seemed like forever, up until you look back and you're just like, damn, that was like a few years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see how I should word this. Where do you think you'll be in 5 years, I should say?
Oh, in 5 years? Shoot. Let's take it day by day. Like, that's it. I'll take it day by day. I'm happy just in the position that I'm in now. Like, knowing how bad it can be. Not can be, but how bad it was. And things could even get worse from, like, me sleeping at the park. I think so. But just knowing how bad it can be, I'm happy that I'm constantly making progress. Always. Like, there's not a day in my life that's really, like, I don't like. Even when it's challenging, it's not like I don't like it. It's just challenging. It's hard, but doesn't mean I don't like it. I understand that it's part of the process of whatever I'm trying to reach. In 5 years, I just hope I have helped a lot more people than I've helped now. That's it.
So what's the end all, say all, be all for who you are past 5 years? What's the legacy you want to leave on to the next generation?
Most influential in giving. Yeah. Or most influential in faith. I think so. Because a lot of things my generation lacks is they keep on looking at things for what they see right now. And I seriously think you need to have faith and believe in yourself or believe in the process. And you should let that really blind you. Like, what you believe blind you from what you actually see. I think people should almost be, crazy is not the word, but delusional. Crazy? Yeah, crazy, like delusional. Like, feeling, you ever see that one kid who used to be made fun of, and then now I kind of like look at it, but you ever see that one kid who, he just sucks at basketball, but he'll tell you that he's really, really good, like really good? Like, you need to be that crazy. Playing on the court with the big boys, feeling like you could beat them. And then there's often more times than not that he gets in the game and then it's just his luck or his blessing and he does good with the ugliest shots. Like, I got ugly shots.
But he spoke it into existence.
But he spoke it so much into existence. And then he's winning.
That's big facts. That was a really good analogy, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy because you see it. Like, it's that one kid who sucks and he probably gets in the last minute of the game.
You sitting there like, man, he's still trash. He
yeah.
had 8 points in like 1 minute, but bro, he ain't gonna do that again.
But a win is a win.
He did what he needed to do.
Yeah, a win is a win. And you can't win by yourself either. And I think that's another thing that I wanna just have people collaborate and do. Like, forever just collaborate. Keep pushing it together. We come from a city where it's just that, like, we all work together up until, like, they feel like somebody in the group is shining. And then it becomes a crab in the bucket, you know, trying to pull each other to be on the same level. You hear it a lot, like, especially in the Black community, Hispanic community, wherever it may be. We push each other up until one person just, sometimes somebody's going to sprint faster than you. They're going to run faster than you. But if it's on your team, who cares? They repping the same thing. Yeah, I don't care who's the highlight player of my team or whatever it may be. We may laugh at the person in the Super Bowl who holding up his ring and he probably played like 3 minutes in the whole season, but he's part of that team. You don't know what he did during practice to help that person be that much better, or what type of motivation he's pushing, or how he's telling that person, like, yo, get up there, do this, do that. Yo, I believe in you. At the end of the day, who wins? The team wins. You don't ever be like, except for like a situation of like LeBron, where they're like, LeBron is versus the team. But besides that, if the Eagles win, they say the Eagles won, not one player. You know, if the Heat win, the Heat won, not Dwayne Wade. You know, it's not just one person winning. And I want it to be that way. Like, if I'm working with people in the city or in the county, I don't want it to be like Ralph is winning, Palm Beach County is winning, Florida's winning. You know, if we go up against another state, it's not going to be like Ralph against this state. It's going to be Florida against this other state. And if we're United States and then we go against another country, it's not Florida against the other country. It's the United States against the other country. Why we can't work like that? Or we get so mad when just one person is more talented than that. And I believe in talent too, so people need to start specializing in whatever they specialize. And I think we lack a lot of that. I'm not a sneaker expert, so I leave that to whoever's sneaker expert. I'm not a cameraman. I leave that whoever's doing the cameraman. But I'm a fitness instructor, so I don't expect the person behind the camera to be doing the fitness thing. You're wasting time on my side when you could be helping us put this art together. If you're mastering at a cameraman, you could be mastering making my craft look good. Now we're both complimenting each other. Because somebody's gonna say, who took that video of Ralph doing that? And then somebody could be like, who's illustrating what Ralph's doing? Who can paint the perfect picture of what Ralph was just doing? Now we're working together.
I think you should come up with a better word than fitness instructor, because I think you're more than that. I think that limits you.
Yeah.
That's something that you specialize in, but you do more than that.
Like you said, I think I should too.
It's more like maybe a life coach, almost. Something to that degree, but more than fitness, I should say.
Yeah, but that's my service. That's what gets people to listen.
Okay.
Yeah, and I believe that. Like, everybody has something they're special to, and then you speak through that craft. Like my boy Corey, he's a barber, but he likes to motivate too. But so he speaks through that craft.
But you don't think people get lost in fitness, in the fitness world? Because I don't see a lot of people in the fitness industry that that really kind of come outside of that act, like, you know, get to put out more of their the things that they can do. Let me try and get the words for it, but you know, they really don't come out of the fitness world. They kind of just get lost in there. They don't, even if they're talented in other ways, you'll never see it. That's why I'm just saying I think you're a little bit more than that. Like, I don't see these people out here on different platforms, you know, talk about different issues or whatever the case may be. It's literally just fitness. Literally.
For one, I think comfort cripples a lot of people, or success does. Success cripples people. People get successful in one thing and they believe that's the only thing they got to stay in successful in. They let that lock them in that box, put them in that box. Yo, this is all I'm successful in, and if I try to talk about something else that's outside of that, then I'll lose my followers or I lose something. They don't want to take that risk. Another thing is too, like, I think people are afraid of expressing themselves because of like how like somebody will see you. A part of you has to almost not care sometimes. Because if you start caring too much of what people think of you, then you get lost too. And then that's how people get lost in that fitness world. Sometimes people are, like I said, fitness is a gateway for me. There's been many times where I've been angry, I've been sad, I've been happy, or whatever it may be, and that's my emotions. And people will mistake me working hard instead of really looking into me and being like, something's going on with Ralph. Why is he working so hard? Ralph is killing it right now. Sometimes I'm depressed. I'm sad as hell, like, or I'm mad as hell, and I just don't say nothing. But fitness is where I could like do that, and it's not anyone else's fault. But I won't blame it on society, but my perception on society. Because at first, when I didn't want to voice my opinion or speak up, sometimes it's because I would be afraid of what people would think about me, or how people would say, like, I'm expressing myself, how that looks. Sometimes I'm really goofy. I clown a lot. I laugh a lot. I do whatever I do. And people are just there like, why are you so goofy? Why are you so... It doesn't matter. That's just who I am. And I bring that to any table. There's a time and place for things, but I bring that to any table, no matter who I'm talking to. I'm talking to a commissioner or I'm talking to my friends. If this is how I feel like expressing myself at the moment, then that's just how I'm going to do it. But people like to be uptight nowadays. And only time they like to express themselves is if somebody already else is expressing that same feeling. Yeah. I started noticing that people were using the word different and started to be the same. If that makes sense. I'm different, but while saying they're different, they were acting the same way as everybody else who were
so you're the same
saying
person.
that they're different.
You're the same person that's saying they're different.
Yeah, you just follow the clout.
Damn. That was a bar. Good bar. That was a tier 1 bar. Jay-Z level. Gate 9 bar. Only the real ones would get the Gate 9 reference. All right, so explain to me the March for Hunger and how you got inspired to actually get into that.
I just wanted to give back, but right now in my life I'm focused on impact. I haven't been, I did have a period of time where I was chasing money for a while. Like, then I like pushing myself, testing myself to see what limits I could do. And when I did finally tested myself, I started opening doors, getting more. The same thing I was making in like 2 months, 3 months, I found out how to make it in the morning. But that's by stretching myself and taking time to learn and read and stuff like that. And I took time to learn and read and open new doors to see what else I could figure out. Because I wasn't getting why someone else with the same 24 hours could do it and I couldn't. And sometimes I feel like coming from the park and having the things that I have now, or like living the way I'm living now where I'm comfortable, I could, on a day-to-day basis, I don't have to clock in somewhere. I don't have to be anywhere. Like, no one could tell me that you have to do this. Even to the point of appointments, if I don't feel like taking that appointment, I don't have to take it. And that's always somewhere that I wanted to live in. But that also can make you kind of cocky. So the March for Hunger was it humbled me a little bit. Because I had to step back and be like, let me get out into the community and start, not just fitness, because I'm good at fitness. What if I can get out into the community and start getting some nose in my face, to raise money? And let me set a big goal. If I say I'm gonna do $10,000, I can probably get my friends to give me $10,000. That's not inviting everybody. So I put it out there for $1 million. And in that $1 million, it's a stretch. It's hard to reach a goal for $1 million. I haven't made $1 million.
Right.
in less than a year. And now I put it to make it in 9 months. I'm stretching myself. And not to just make the $1 million for myself, though, but to make the $1 million to give it away. To make the $1 million to give to another family that's in need, that wants it, that's been hungry. I mean, I survived on a burger for a day. Split one half, eat it in the morning, split the other half, eat it at night. And I don't think I've been in the worst situation there is on this earth. There probably are some other people that, if I go out there and I hand them food that probably could last them 5 days, 3 days, whatever it may be, that can help them out. And that's what I want to do. I want to practice something bigger than myself right now. See how much I can actually do and put my mind to it, not in something that I've already done before, but more than I've done. I've given food away before. I've raised money before, but I've never done that, not just to do it for myself, but now I'm trying to do it for somebody else. We're raising $1 million to help for someone else. This is not even gonna be my $1 million.
That's powerful.
Yeah. I'm trying to raise $1 million for someone else. And I think that for people to see me put in my hard work and effort to raise it for somebody else, that's even more powerful than just doing it for myself.
Wow. Well, I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Boom.
Hold on. You hear him? Yo, bro, can you please say on camera that time your car got jacked? At 160. Oh, man, by the way. Gang,
That morning I was supposed to be going to work. I woke up, I got dressed, I went to work, I got outside. I had my iPad Touch. Actually, I had my Zune in the car which was like, no, I had my iPod Touch in the car, and that was like one of my sources of music. That back then we was like heavy on this whole music thing, like, and that's something you guys still carried on. Y'all make your playlist. Yeah.
OG, man. Shout out to Marquis.
Yeah. So we pushed it really hard, and I went inside for a second. I ran upstairs and I came back outside, and I just got this car. Like, cause you guys remember, I used to call, Manny's old car, 626 Mazda, red Mazda. I just upgraded from the Bugatti, which was a 1992 Toyota Corolla. And it was a stick shift car. I ran upstairs. This girl was inside the house. She see the car leave. She's walking, like, how do we even say it? Someone's friend, because somebody was at the house, watched my car leave. And we get downstairs, and she's just like, yo, I was watching your car go.
I thought you were in it.
I thought you were in it. When I ran inside, I said what's up to her, and I said, I'm just grabbing something upstairs.
She didn't think nothing of it.
She didn't think nothing of it. And my car was gone forever since then. Bro. I haven't got my car back.
Bro, so the funniest thing about this, bro, is that, bro, his car is gone. We're like, bro, how'd your car? He said he left his keys on top. Mind you, this is a stick-shift Mazda 626. No one wanted this car. Okay? Bro, we called the cops because, like, we don't know what else to do. And, bro, this dude Ralph, bro, goes inside and makes buffalo wings.
Oh, yeah. I made some buffalo wings, and I sat down, and I asked, can anybody take me to work?
Bro, he was so nonchalant about it. That's what I realized, like, bro, you gotta be a good dude, bro, because his car literally got robbed, and he's still just cool in there, like, eating these buffalo wings.
Smacking them shits. Smacking them shits, too.
But look, that's what I'm saying, though. It's just that, like, and no offense to what you just said, but it's just that, like, sometimes things like that gets put through the crack. I was really that upset that I couldn't even figure out another way to even say anything about what would just happen. Like, I was upset that an emotion wouldn't even show it. Like, me being angry, inside my mind was a freaking Ferguson riot. Like, it was just going off.
That's like, a good reference.
It was going off, and I didn't know what to say because this car that I just worked so hard for to, like, feel like it's upgrading my life at the time being of my life. That I had that car for like a month.
Yeah, bro, it was brand new. You just got it.
I just got it, and someone robbed it and took it from me.
That's true, bro.
And walked away. And even worse, I don't remember if you remember the time, but after that, he took me to work. He said he was gonna take me to work, and then after he took me to work, he actually dropped me off to my mom's house first for me to tell my mom. And my mom just slammed the door in my face and was just like, she don't want nothing to do with it.
We had to go back and get the Corolla.
And then we had to go back and get the Corolla.
Back to the Corolla. Imagine upgrading your life, and then your life was like, nah, fam. You still exactly where you at.
You're still exactly where you at.
But look at you now. Oh man. Yo, this shit's special, bro. This shit is special.
We're both from the same area. We're from Boynton. We're from Delray. We're from Lake Worth, Lantana, wherever it may be. But we're also in the culture community, which is like what people consider the hood, or maybe, and stuff like that. And I want to influence the hood, like, keep staying out of trouble and stuff. We gotta, it's really hard for us. Like, we're not staying out of trouble. A lot of things are still going on. Actually, me thinking about the event was another gateway away from my pain just now. That's why I launched it so clear like I just did. I had one of my friends, and I mean, me and him are basically like cousins, and his son got killed. And when his son got killed, I kept on thinking about it for a couple nights. So as soon as I got back home from Detroit, I just pushed out an event and said, I'm gonna make this happen. Actually, the day when I announced the event, when I said the event was coming out, I didn't even have the venue yet. Yeah, that's strong, right?
Damn.
But that just teaches you, like, when you want to push something and you want to stretch it,
You're gonna make it happen.
you're gonna make it happen. And you gotta apply that pressure to yourself sometimes, because people don't know that, like, that pressure has to, where you can get that pressure from.
Right.
And no offense to, like, a lot of people around, you know, I'm not saying nothing bad towards it. Like, towards like trainers and everything, but sometimes I don't feel like they're applying pressure to me or trying to push out to the community like that. Everybody's so worried about the money, and I'm worried about spreading the love. The money come later.
Bars. That boy dropping bars. And that's a wrap.